Hello, hello. I believe we are live. I believe it's about time we're live anyway. Hello, welcome to another GR Live. That stands for Game Reactor Live if you're keeping score. I'm Alex. Probably may have seen me on the Prince of Persia stream or not. But in any case, today we're jumping into something a little bit different. We're going from sort of the Persian fantasy world to a very gritty post-apocalyptic land known as Seattle. In The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, the third remaster, would you believe, in 2 games that Naughty Dog have revealed for this franchise. So yeah, I think we'll just get right into it, to be honest. My review of this game is, as I'm going to plug myself, is now up on wherever you get your Game Reactor from. And yeah, I think we'll just get started with the no return thing, to be honest. I've dabbled a bit in it because the game only came out 4 years ago. If you've seen the original, if you've played The Last of Us Part 2, you know the story, and the graphics don't really sort of change that much. So I think it's, to be honest, best that we just carry on with this. I've already dabbled, as you'll be able to see. We'll just do a standard run on moderate. We're standard, we're moderate. I've unlocked a couple of the characters already because I did want to mess about with it. As I say, I did this game for review as well. So I'm just going to probably pick... Maybe we'll try and unlock Jesse. We've nearly unlocked Jesse. If we do one more as Dina, we can get our boy Jesse. Then we can get our boy Tommy. Then we can finally get our boy Joel. The way that you unlock characters in this is sort of very by the numbers, in terms of you will just go through each of the people for 3 missions, and if you succeed on those 3 missions, you get to play as someone else. It doesn't matter, by the way. You can get someone... Your daily run, you can get an entirely random character, and you don't necessarily unlock them just because you play as them in the daily run. So I did a daily run as Mel. I still haven't unlocked Mel. I still have to unlock Yara before I can unlock Mel. But we're going to go with our goodies. Well, depending on your sort of viewpoint, I would call these guys the goodies. There are POVs for most of the game, so they're our main guys. You know, Dina, Ellie, they're getting the revenge for Joel. They're doing what they can.
Now we're talking.
Now we are talking, Dina. So yeah, you just sort of like, it's basically like you get your little hub area here, which is just a room. And you can mess about with stuff. Obviously, we've got no resources, because why would we? We've barely started. And you can see like there's different branching trees. These will lock off as you sort of go through it. But you get, how many missions is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you get a big sort of end game boss, as you can see there. Arcade Bloater is our final boss fight there. But you can get through to it through a variety of different ways. But usually you have to sort of start off with one of these. And they all have different enemies as well. Like I'm going into Assault right now. Assault is just sort of clear the waves of the guys and deal with them as they come about. So you don't like, there's a survival game mode. I might have to move myself actually in the live box just before the guys get here. Should I move down here? Just so I can see the sort of all the stuff I've got. I've got no brick. I need brick. Oh, I hate the infected one. Holy F indeed, Dina. I hate the infected ones because they'll just sort of, like, sometimes they can just see where you are and sometimes they don't know. So like this one, maybe I can be a bit more stealthy. Oh, they're all crying off in the distance. What are you crying for? What are you crying for? Get a grip. Honestly, man, if I was in like The Last of Us, I'm just blowing my brains out, you know? Like, if I had to deal with the running zombies, especially walking ones, like The Walking Dead, yeah, I'd probably try and stick it out for a bit, you know? But like, oh, nearly getting spotted. But like, you know, oh, I did get spotted. Oh. Alright. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, I think Dina's... I've not really checked out everyone's like personal abilities, but I think Dina's is literally that she can just heal every time she gets a melee kill, which is pretty damn good. And she also gets the revolver, which is probably my favourite pistol in the game. But at the same time, it's like... I do want to try out all the others. I want to get to Joel, obviously, because he's Joel. And I mean, everyone loves Joel. But yeah, if I was in a zombie apocalypse situation, there's very few times where I'm probably considering a life. Depressing Tuesday, as it is, but The Last of Us sort of gets you that way. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's one of the few games where you can say it's really good, but it's not necessarily fun. Like, you know, this is often, like, getting run down by zombies. Stressful as hell, man. But at the same time, still ends up being absolutely goated. I can't see any chats, by the way. I can see that there's about 6 people maybe viewing, but no chats. That's completely fine if you don't want to chat. I will happily talk to myself. As I'm known to do on a daily basis anyway. Oh, there's a brick. Alright, now we're cooking. I wish you could do like a jumping kill with these. Oh my god, what are you doing here, man? Get out. Maybe if I just hold up on the top bit here. But you see, like, this is fairly simple, you know, they're just normal dudes. I missed. Matching. See, they just get, like, shanked up. But yeah, Dina, like, I've been hit quite a few times, and I'm still not losing health, so I think she must just heal on all of these. Kill enemies with 3 different weapons. Right, so somebody needs to get bricked before we... Somebody needs to get bricked, somebody needs to get shot. It's basically how I go out on the streets. Where are they coming from? Do we know? It's the one thing about having this streamer box is that you can't really tell. I guess they're from here. That's probably the big glaring thing. I'm just gonna blow their head off. Just gonna blow their head off. There's no like clickers or anything, so I think they'll come in as we sort of get through a run. You know, as we sort of progress. I missed. This is why I often just go for melee kills in this game, because if I found one thing out, oh, I'm getting comboed. Give me the brick. It's a stalker. Yeah. Very nice. So you see, there we go. We get our first few. We didn't do the extra challenge, which is a bit sort of but at the same time, you know, and you can we can craft stuff like we can in the base game, and then use that to heal up. I don't know if I'll be able to heal given the 3 seconds that I've got. Maybe it'll count. There we go. Perfect. Cool. Next. Go next. Go next. Oh, we got Jesse though. Kill 4 enemies with trap mines. Yeah, so you see, it just sort of goes in like... Hello. Oh, my first chat. How are you doing? Yeah, boy, indeed. We got The Last of Us on the game. Yeah, so the progression system, it's sort of like... The only thing, I guess, that like really is going to make a difference is getting the new characters. But what you have to do for the new characters is play your old character. So if you start off the game and you're like, oh, I really like playing as Abby, right? You can get skins for Abby. You can get Bomber Abby, you know, which is... was trying to think of a bomb pun. Anyway, you can get like different skins, but if you want to sort of progress in terms of getting the next characters, you've got to just keep switching it up. Like, which is kind of fine because, to be honest, the no return mode is stressful and it is pretty tough, even on like normal difficulties. Like, unless you're into it. I guess that's why they recommend it after the story, as well as the fact that it contains spoilers. Does it? I don't know. I've played a bit with this, but I'm not sure it's fully, like, full of spoilers or anything. We'll get a trap mine, because one of the challenges for Dina is a trap mine. You want to spend our money on anything? I think we save our money, because Dina gets a lot of, like, heals from her melee kills. Maybe I should have bought the machete then, but I don't know. It's basically what I'm saying. I'm learning just as much as you are. Let's upgrade. Actually, we're going to save our money on this one as well, because I want the damage. I want to just completely blow someone's legs off. Do you like One Piece? If so, do you like the most recent arcs? By the Pirate King, oh baby. I'm guessing you're a One Piece guy. If you've got that name. But I've seen the Netflix series. And I've seen a fair bit of One Piece. I read it more than I watch it, I guess. But I'm out of the loop. Oh, we can take Jesse on this mission. We'll take Jesse because it's the scars as well, and the scars on that one. We'll take Jesse because we've just unlocked him. Do I like One Piece? Thoughts on the most recent arcs? I don't know. Someone asked me about anime on Friday, and they also asked about One Piece, and so, but I don't think you're the same person. If you are, shout out for sticking around. Should we craft another one? What if we just pop Jesse in that? Bang! Oh, it doesn't like you. Never mind. Oh, is this assault as well? It wants us to be stealthy, so I guess.
No eyes on anything.
Careful.
Careful indeed, Dina. Do I like One Piece? That's a question. I feel like everyone who watches One Piece really loves it. Do you know what I mean? Like, they have to. It's like one of those. It's a bit like The Last of Us, in a way. Because I feel like a lot of people who like The Last of Us, like, absolutely love it. And they are willing to buy, for example, this game, which is, you know, another, like, a remaster of a 2020 game. 2020 was not that long ago. In terms of gaming, right? Like, it might feel like it was a while ago in terms of real life because of all the COVID and bovid and stuff, but 2020, dude, 4 years. Games are lucky if they get made in 5 nowadays. Oh my god, Jesse. That's the one problem with companions in this game I found in going through the story again and also playing this no return mode, is that you'll stealth kill someone and then bang, they just come right out of nowhere, and it's like, just give me some warning, man, you know? We can definitely get this Bozo. Look at him, thinking he's going to get me with a baseball bat. Ouch! Very gory as well. Very, very gory. If you're squeamish, look away. I mean, The Last of Us did change the world of gaming, kind of like One Piece did for Japan. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? One Piece changed Japan? I don't think so. Maybe changed anime. Gosh, they noticed you quickly on this. In the story, I can get away with so much. Jesus, I didn't think he'd be there. Bang! It's probably quite bad of me. I wish you could pick up everyone's gun. You know? One guy left out of this wave. Oh, you're joking. Let's reload. Take a breather. Take a minute. Think about what the hell this message means. Yeah, I mean, The Last of Us did change. The Last of Us changed gaming. Yeah, I'd say so. Like I always think it invented sort of like the daddening of games that we saw within like years following. Like, you know, where like a lot of games follow that you have to protect the little kid, because a lot of gamers by like that point had sort of grown up and had been like, you know, well, I've gone from wanting the male power fantasy to be some super jack dude who just kills people without any abandon to someone who has a wider mission and a wider goal. And that wider goal usually did end up just being like protect the little girl or protect your other child figure. See if we can get these bozos with a mine, I think. But we're going to need to be quite sneaky to get that working. It feels like they know where I am as well. They are sort of just coming only in... They're doing a very good job at like surrounding me. Because I can't really go this way now because they'll spot me. Unless I distract them with a bottle. But I kind of want my bottle. I want my bottle, you know? What's in here? What if we put the mine down and then we throw the bottle? This is genius level stuff here. So we throw the bottle here because we want them to walk past it. And then we wait in here. Ooh, hit a medkit. Very nice. See, there is a bit of exploring to do, especially when you're not on like a timer. So like, there's a few missions, like a survival mission, that'll like, oh, get him in the nuts. It's the easiest place to shoot someone, to be honest. I've found in this game because the heads bob about, everything else is a bit. Do we need to heal up? I think we're kind of good. Jesse, is that you panting, or is that someone that's going to come kill me? I think somebody got blown up by the mine, but I don't think it was... I don't think it was two people. Oh. Give me that. Get him, Jesse. Very nice. See, the companions can prove to be useful. It just feels like a weird... Like in the story I found that Dina would sometimes be following me around and then she'd be like, nice, we got them. And it'd just be me. It would just be me doing all the work. It's like, you know, I appreciate you there for the moral support, Dina, but I don't really appreciate you, what you're doing, you know? If we get down like this, we can obviously dodge the... We'll check out the lost levels as well later, by the way. Because we're already 20 minutes into the stream. These things only last an hour, by the way, in case anyone's... Oh!
Joshua!
Joshua is dead, and you're next. Joshua, you got the souls like dodge. You got the souls like dodge. Yeah, this guy's played Sekiro. Ow! I have a feeling there's someone behind me. Why am I not getting the heals from melees anymore? Should probably heal up now. Yeah, you only get one as well. You only get one chance. So if you get if I got popped then or something. I think of Nathan Drake from Uncharted. Oh. I got some health then from doing something else as well. Maybe it's like different things that Dina gets heals from. Like the first time it was like my knife. What do I think of Nathan Drake? I'm going to annoy you then if it's your favourite game character of all time. I've never played an Uncharted game. Give me the axe. Yeah, I've never played an Uncharted game. I was always like an Xbox kid versus a PlayStation kid. So I never really thought, oh, I'll definitely play a Uncharted game, you know? Gambit's tier 4. Complete 9 encounters with mods. What are my mods? Because I've seen some of the mods in this game. You can get like Molotovs raining down from the sky. You should. It's similar to One Piece in a way, adventure and all. I feel like that's not true. I've seen the Uncharted movie, and I didn't think this is like One Piece. You hate Xbox. I mean, to be fair, I feel like that's sort of become more of the norm nowadays. I think like maybe not semi-auto pistol. I kind of do want another gun. I think just to like double pop people. We'll get that. Molotov recipe, melee upgrade recipe, or just a Molotov. Just give me the Molotovs. There's no point in me spending any more money. I'll just take the one Molotov. Yeah, a lot of people dislike Xbox now. It depends on your reasoning. I don't know. I think with the... Oh yeah, we were going to get the damage thing so we can blow people's legs off. It depends if you hate Xbox because that's like a legitimate reasoning, you know. Or do you hate Xbox because they, you know, they're not PlayStation? Is that your vibe? I'll get the recoil on this as well while I'm here. We could check out the story as well if people want. I've got another run through of it, and I'm in, spoiler alert, the Abbey bit. So, like, you know, I could run through that if you want, but I think I'm just gonna stick with this run until I die, which is probably coming up. Okay, Hunted. What's Hunted? I don't think it's that bad. And then we've got something in houses, something at the TV station, and then the bosses at the arcade. I feel like we definitely need a shotgun or something before we go into the final fight. The crazy castle, you know. Hunted is fine. Actually, Hunted's really stressful, to be honest. If you're like that kid that would always play tag but would start screaming whenever they started getting chased, you are going to hate Hunted. You're going to absolutely hate it because it is just that. You are just being, it's like hide and seek, but you are being seeked all the You're being sought out all the time. So you can kill people if you want. Well, I'm going to have to. Hiya! Hiya! So, like, you can... I'm already getting shot. Do you think you're playing... I'm on the last ones right now, man. Sorry, I'm being... I don't mean to be rude. I'm just seeing where those bullets came from. Hiya! Yeah, the Hunted version is like, you can kill people if you get spotted, but the main idea... Like, I've had entire turns of Hunted where I've just sat in a corner and they've tried to find me, but they've not really been able to do it because you see the timer ticking down in the top right. As soon as that hits 0, you're safe. You're free. You don't need to kill anyone. Do I think I'll play Uncharted anytime soon? I don't know. It's one of those where it's like, it is a classic sort of franchise, right? But at the same time, it's pretty hard for me to go, yeah, I'll play through this entire series of games. Because it's finding the time. It is finding the time. Obviously, if I get committed enough, like, I can find the time to play through a game. Like, I did, like, 2 playthroughs of Baldur's Gate. I've got hundreds of hours on Baldur's Gate 3, for example. So I guess it's not really... It's about wanting to spend the time as much as it is finding the time. Oh my god, I'm on fire. No, jump over, then hit her. Jump over, then hit her. Right, okay, I'm gonna need to... I was gonna say I'm gonna need to heal. But... the heal did not come through. The heal did not come through. C grade... It's a pass. It's a passing grade. We also got Vintage Abbey. We'll play as Vintage Abbey. What's Boulder? Oh, we got Jesse. Right, what Jesse? Jesse gets you more money. Jesse gets silencer, pipe bombs, and gorilla upgrade bench. We also get new gambits. Unchained 2 clickers. Thank you very much for the follow. Thank you very much for the follow, Chizak. I haven't seen the notif pop up. Usually there's a notif. Not like a big, you know, when some streamers have one and it's a big, like a, this guy just decided to follow you, dude. Good job. There's something on my little chat thing, but I've not seen that yet. So if you have followed, apologies for doubting you, my good man, but thank you for the follow either way. Did I say we were going to do another run? Let's try the daily run. Let's do the daily run. Oh, we get Manny in the daily run. You see, the thing about this is, and unlocking the characters, is that if you do the good guy side, right, you go Ellie, Dina, Jesse, Tommy, Joel. It's a pretty natural progression of the people that you want to play as. Obviously, they saved Joel for last because why wouldn't you? But the Abbey tree is like, it really depends on how much you like Manny, to be honest. It really does. Like, especially Mel as like the penultimate one, because a lot of people hate Mel. I don't really mind Mel. I think she's fine. I think, like, I understand why people don't like her, but I think definitely don't like hate on her. You know, because what's the point, man? She's pregnant, you know. But Manny is like, you know, is he the same reward as Joel? Is he? Is he really? Like, maybe you could have done it reverse and have Abby actually be the final reward for this one. Obviously, I know that one thing game devs hate is when people go, this is, you should do it this way. And so, sorry. But I just feel like Manny compared to Joel. In any case, we're going to try a Manny run. We're going to do our Manny dailies. We're hitting the Manny pill. We're on the Manny Express. It's getting pretty dark in here, dude. I'm going to turn on my little gamer lights.
I could use a warm-up.
You're going to get a warm-up, Manny. Just give me 1 second. These lights are not turning on. There we go. Wow, just like Christmas, guys. Just like Christmas with all the yellow lights. And just like Christmas in the game as well. Oh my god, it's like I'm in the game. It's like I'm really in the game. What's Manny doing? What's my guy Manny doing? He's got like an assault rifle, which is pretty cool. And we're killing Scars in our first mission. After this, I think we'll check out the Lost levels. The thing about No Return for me personally, I think if you love The Last of Us, you're going to get a lot of fun out of doing this. But like, I've just been playing God of War Ragnarok Valhalla, and comparing the two, it's not fair on The Last of Us No Return, because this is just a little addition to a game that its main thing is the story. Actually, that sounds a lot like God of War Ragnarok, doesn't it? Sorry, I shouldn't be so snide there. But in any case, The Last of Us No Return, it's not something where I constantly go like, oh, go next, give me another run, I need the good, I need this. You know?
Holy shit.
Manny, turn your language down, man. We're doing our dailies. Oh, Baldur's Gate 3, is it good? You think Boulder? They do sound similar. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 is goated, man. If you've not played it, give it a go. I would do entire, like, streams of just that. Of just hours upon hours, but, you know, we gotta give the people what they want. The new releases, the hot stuff, the hot ticket items. Ooh, scissors. I can cut my hair. Oh, this guy's gonna spot me. Unless he just got absolutely duked. Deserved to die. Something that I don't. So I'll just let this linger. He might be alive. He might not be. But what's this pistol? It's like the GTA one where you go like, do we need to like, is it gonna like set off a cloud of smoke? Ooh. We've nearly got them all here. We just need one more. And we could just run at him with a knife and just scare him to death. Ooh, or the hammer that we just picked up. I wish you could throw melee weapons in this game. That'd be goated. Maybe you can and I'm just stupid. I kind of want to just... I don't want to strangle them. I just want to go up and... Yeah! That was fun. That was a worthwhile use of my time. Melee kill an enemy. I just did it! So I get some health for doing that, and I get a... How much ammo do I have in my assault rifle? Because it seems like it would... Yeah, I was going to say, it seems like... Well, you can craft assault rifle ammo. Hell yeah. Use our scissors to cut our hair. No thanks. Use our scissors to make assault rifle ammo. This is like the thing that killed Shinzo Abe a bit, but... In any case... Yeah! Whenever you're killing human enemies in this game, I always wonder, like, how few people are there left? Because you go through this game, if you've gone through the story, you'll know what I mean. You might kill, like, 20 people in a mission. And so it begs the question of, are we really the Last of Us? Do you know what I mean? Like, are we really the last people around if we can just kill, like, 20 people and the Scars and the WLF still have, like, hundreds more? Because it seems like there's a lot of people out there who have survived, you know, the apocalypse. Anyway. We don't condone violence. Oh dear. I think they definitely saw me there. But never take a dub when it's, you know, never refuse a dub when it's offered to you. The facial animation's quite good there, considering. Give me the assault rifle. Give me the bat. There's one more left. I guess this is our first encounter, so it's going to be pretty easy. Should we just bat them on the back of the head? Maybe the front of the head. Maybe we should just run at them. You know, give them a jump scare. Give the enemy a jump scare for once. Hee-yah! Get the sickle as well. It's pretty sick. The sickle, it's pretty sick. Filling air at this point. Really filling air. Give me a message. Give me a message. Somebody give me a message. More ammo, please. Oh, I'm full. Maybe we should start using this pistol. It's got one bullet before it needs to reload. Has it got like... Oh, yeah, very nice. Go back. Pick up the ammo. I think that might have been a waste. Very nice, Manny. Manny's actually pretty good. I feel like I was trash talking him beforehand, and I shouldn't have been. I mean, he's not Joel. Rather the daily run give me a bit of Joel action, but turning to a hideout, the Manny hideout. Oh, we got an achievement. True strength. S. Goated. Maybe I'll set the high score for this, because it's technically out on the 19th, I think. Comes out this Friday. So maybe I could be the top scorer in the world if I keep hitting those S ranks. Most likely scenario, I will die a horrible death in about round 3, like we did last time. But you know. Baldur's Gate 3, is it good? It's pretty good. I think I already answered that. Getting lost in the source here. Houses, capture. I'll show capture because that's a different game mode, right? We'll just see what we can get on these upgrades. I want to upgrade my assault rifle, to be honest. You can get a 4 times scope. Don't be so pessimistic. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you for the kind words. But you never... Yeah, I feel like... What's the boss at the end of this? I don't think we're going to get any upgrades. We could get something from the store. Maybe like another gun. Ooh, yeah, gimme. Gimme the double barrel. I'll keep this for now, but that's pretty good, the double barrel. Yeah, we'll do capture. What's the final boss at the end of this? Boss, Seraphite Elite. I'd honestly prefer that to the double bloater, to be honest. The bloaters in this game, they just like rip your head off, and it's never very fun. But yeah, we'll do this Manny run, and unless by some miracle we manage to get all the way to the end, I think we'll then go and do the lost levels and show a bit of what they're like, because I've seen them. You know, as I say, I've got to do this for review. I've got to check out all the stuff that's different. I might have to lock in a minute, because we've only got 2 minutes to get these safe locks, otherwise we die. I say die, we fail the mission, which is also die. Game shows Prince of Persia 2 rather than Last of Us. I know! That is something that I'm very annoyed about, because I changed it like 3 times on Twitch, and it's probably getting a load of people into the stream to go, oh, I wonder what Prince of Persia's like. Or, oh, you know, I've been watching people play Prince of Persia. Let's see what this guy's doing. And then they see The Last of Us, and they're like, actually, this sucks. And it's like, well, yeah, sorry, but Twitch, I changed the name of the stream on Twitch. I changed the category on Twitch, and it's still not, I missed. I missed. Oh my god, give me the assault rifle boost. There we go. I finally got the headshot I've been working for. Yeah, so Twitch just, like, I'm going to blame Twitch because I changed the thing twice on their system. Oh my god. Yeah! We've only got a minute to kill these guys, so that's why I'm just sort of throwing, you know, caution to the wind. Jesus. Come on, peek, 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 peek. Missed. I'm so bad at aiming on a controller. Oh, come on. Oh my god, that was so embarrassing. Right, 25 seconds. Where have we got to go? "25 seconds. 25 seconds. 14 seconds. That's not it. Where's the safe? Woo! We did it. We did it. We just barely did it. Popping pills, popping whatevers. I don't know why we did it like that. That was probably really stupid. But hey, we did it. But yeah, Twitch just like that's annoyed me a bit, to be fair, because it is like The Last of Us 2's first day where you can make content on it, and so there's probably going to be loads of people watching The Last of Us Part 2, and because the Twitch game is stuck on Prince of Persia, where's all that footage? Where's all that feedback going to go, you know? We only got a B on that one. I think because we just missed like 10 million shots. I wish that the dailies let you unlock... I mean, Manny doesn't unlock anyone, but as I say, a previous daily I did, I was playing as Mel. And Mel is obviously like last before Manny, so it would have been interesting if you complete 3 Mel ones that you get Manny, because to be honest, otherwise it's just artificially like padding your experience, right? It's just making your sort of gameplay longer because you have to, like, to get the character that you want, you have to just play through 3 missions, and so you're just going to do that and not necessarily even enjoy it. But military pistol, we'll get one of these. Can you see any difference between this and playing the PS4 version? No, to be honest. If you play the PS4 version on PS5, I would say if you've already got the PS4 version, it's worth noting that this is only like a £10 or whatever currency you're on, $10 like increase in terms of price. So, but the graphics that you get are correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the graphics update was already given out in a... I'll get burst fire on my thingy. The graphics were already like upgraded to a PS5 level, so all you're getting is this no return mode and the lost levels, which I'm going to go over in a sec anyway, so you might see as much as you want. I think we'll go over the lost levels no matter what happens in this next run, by the way, because otherwise we might not have time, and it's worth giving them a look, because personally I find them to be like playable YouTube videos, and you'll see what I mean when we get into them, but they're not like the sort of behind the scenes look that you were really hoping for. They're just a bit more of like a, okay, that's cool, but I'm not sure I want to spend money for this. Do you know what I mean? I hope that sounds I hope that sounds like a good sort of summary for it. But honestly, if you just want to play The Last of Us Part 2 and you've not played it yet, buy the PS4 version, because the PS5 graphics upgrade, as I say, is already here. And you can probably get the disc version of the PS4 version anyway for quite cheap, like pre-owned. As I say, the game's been out for 4 years now, so it's probably not going to be too hard to find for cheaper than even, you know, maybe not the £10 upgrade cost, but... Oh gosh. Let's craft some ammo. Let's just use all of this to craft ammo. We also need to sort of get a good hiding spot, because otherwise they're going to come find us and kill us. Yeah, I hope that summed it. Oh, bloody hell. The one time I'm Yeah.
Stay down.
Okay, well, we'll see if we can get like a good corner and just hold it. We are low, though. We are very low already, actually. I don't know if we healed in between our last. Maybe you don't auto-heal. But yeah, I would say, like, it really does depend on how much you really love The Last of Us. If you're like, I would give anything to play through this or have another experience like this, then go for it, you know? Absolutely go for it, because there's definitely enough here to excuse a tenner. But I'm not sure there's enough here that's new that excuses a full price paying. I was going to say my aim improved a bit there, but I don't think it did. Okay, we just got to survive like 40 seconds. I don't know why I've been so gung-ho with these guys. Peek me again. So the nice thing about this gun is that it kills seemingly no matter where you hit. No matter where you hit them. There's a chest here. We need that if we're going to get through this, because I think we need some healies. Ooh, no healies, but some nice ammo. I'll just play the game by watching your streams. I don't think I'll be touching this game, in fairness, after today's stream on another stream, unless there's a real, you know, push. I think there'll be a Last of Us Part 3? I think so. I think after this releases, they can't remaster the games again unless they go for a Part 1 and 2 collection, right? Which is possible. I could see them doing it. But the thing that I would say is that they're probably going to have to knuckle down and come up with what The Last of Us Part 3 is going to be, because the show isn't returning until next year, right? The show's not returning until 2025. That's been confirmed. And filming isn't even starting until sort of a couple of weeks' time. So, really, we're not going to have The Last of Us in our lives for a little while. And so that, I think, will give time and give some perspective into what Part 3 can be. And it'll help out with... We'll get some stability on this. Because this is a very good weapon, actually. It's a lot of fun to use. Yeah, that'll help. That'll give some time and perspective for them to sit down and say, okay, let's make a script for this. Because The Last of Us Part 3 is going to be a real challenge. The Last of Us Part 1, going to Part 2, was going to be the same, to be honest. Because can I get damage on this at all? I can get capacity. We'll get capacity and stability. But yeah, the Part 2 was going to be a challenge in writing it because of the way Part 1 leaves it. So hopefully they can work it out. Like, Naughty Dog have been doing really good so far in terms of writing it and making sure it's good. And it will always, like, a lead pipe. Screw it. Should we get the lead pipe? Get a pipe bomb. Let's get 2 pipe bombs, the lead pipe, some ammo, and we'll keep the rest of our money for another run if we survive. If we survive. Question mark or assault? Just give me the assault. Oh, hello. How are you doing? The stunt guy, correct? This is not out yet. This is out on the 19th of January, so Friday, and it's out on PS5 only, I believe. It'd be cool if they brought it to PS4, because to be honest, I don't really see like the game looked gorgeous on PS4, and it looks really good on PS5. Like, it fits in with everything. But yeah, good to see you, my man. Good to see you. What's poppin'? How are you? I've not seen you since Friday. I mean, I've not streamed since Friday, so glad that you managed to catch the stream again. We got soldiers coming in. We do have quite a lot of... Should we just pop them?
Over here.
Oh, he spotted me anyway. Right in the knee. You only played it on your grandma's TV. Your grandma alright with this kind of violence, my guy? I feel like grandmas are not going to want to see someone beating another person to death with a lead pipe. You know what I mean? Maybe that's Maybe that's her way of rest and relaxation, though. You never know. I wish I could craft ammo for all my weapons. You playing as Neil Druckmann? No, I'm not playing. I wish I was playing as Neil. That would have been a brilliant. That might be a skin for Manny, but no, I'm playing as Manny. It's on like the daily run. Manny. I don't know if you've played The Last of Us Part 2. Manny's like a guy that comes along later in the story, or I guess pretty early in the story. Boom! Lead pipe to the head. We'll get some Neil Druckmann. That got me. Get some ammo. Get some stuff. We'll craft some ammo as well. I feel like that's all we're getting. That's the only resources that we're getting. But nothing wrong with that. Oh, we got 14 ammo on here as well. We got 8 here. Do you think the leaks hurt the sales of Last of Us Part 2? I don't know if they hurt the sales. I definitely think they hurt the reception of the game. Because, I mean, I'll ask now, how many of you guys have played and how many of you care about spoilers? Because there's one major spoiler at the start of the game I feel like we need to discuss if we're going to talk leaks. Let's blow this guy's head off.
Behind the car!
I do love that they like call out little. Oh my gosh, how did I die so quickly? Anyway, Manny's dead. We're going to the lost levels. We've got 15 minutes. I can run a bit over. Played it all. Yeah, I think the leaks then. I mean, if no one else is gonna like jump out and tell me not to spoil anything, I guess you fixed audio because I can hear you in game audio ain't louder. Also, I ain't having the audio level on max. So that's good. That's good. I mean, I have moved the mic a bit closer. You can't quite see it because of the camera, but it is literally here. It's not this mic. There's another sort of mic set up here. So yeah, we'll go do the lost levels, and I will hit record because I realised I've been streaming this whole time, but I've not been recording, which is going to get me in a bit of trouble. Hopefully not. No, hopefully we'll be fine. But anyway, I guess we can call the gameplay video. Are the lost missions worth for story content or just gameplay? Massive story head here. I've played the game before. Joel getting I mean, John Legend over here in the YouTube stream. Anyone in the Twitch stream. Oh, it's in the making of. We can play the guitar free play as well, but I feel like, yeah, Joel getting killed really put me off. I was kind of, I didn't play because of the leaks, but I didn't play because of, it's not because of that spoiler. I thought that would happen, if I'm honest. I was 99% convinced that this was gonna happen. But yeah, that sort of decision, that leak, I think put a lot of people off the game from minute one. Not necessarily in a sales perspective, because a lot of people were going to buy it anyway. It was always going to do well in sales, but a lot of people were already primed to hate it because of the script leak and the fact that it wasn't shown in the way that the Naughty Dog wanted it to be shown, if you get my drift. But yeah, we're going to press record. We're going to go through the lost levels. We're going to hit the lost levels, and let's start with the party, because do we want the introduction video? No, right? We're just going to get right into it. We don't care. We don't need no introduction. I'll introduce you. Welcome to the Lost Levels, guys. These are early access versions of The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered that didn't quite get to see the light of day, but here they are. And we're talking... Did the leaks... This level is presented... This is early access, by the way. This isn't going to be... Yeah, I still got it even after it put me off. We'll play it again when this comes out. That's the thing. I think, like... This is going to bring a sort of... Like... The thing that put me off when The Last of Us Part 2 came out initially was the fact that the discourse around it was just so toxic.
This level was going to transition us to farm. We would go all the way through to the dance, where Ellie and Dina share their first
I'm going to
kiss.
talk over this because the subtitles
Then
are
we
on,
would play
and
through
hopefully
farm, and when Ellie
it won't
plays
be
the guitar
because
tonight, she would remember
I was just going to
second
talk
minute.
about the
So, the
point
opening
about
for this
the
was a
discourse
little
around
tricky.
The Last of Us Part
We
2
needed it to
became so
match at least
toxic when it
low
came out that I
what
just
you
didn't
might
really want to
expect
get into it
emotionally coming
because
from
it would
prior
sort of
games. 'Cause we
like
were already
drag
purposely
down
disoriented
any
in
perception that
time
you
and
could have
space.
about the game.
Remember, you
Whereas I
just
think
came from
playing
a
it
huge
now
fight.
and
To
like
jump straight
getting
into it
these
would have
extras
been
as well is
a
nice,
little
but
too
playing it now,
After some
the
back and
main
forth,
sort of
we
I think
rooted it in
benefit
Ellie's
of that
nerves.
is the fact that you
Calling
don't have to
back
deal with all
to
that
her
toxic
straight from the
discourse. You
theater.
don't have to deal
But this
with
time, for a much
people
more
hating on
innocuous
Abby,
reason, we'll
hating
find
on
out
Ellie,
later.
hating on the Joel
She's
decision,
nervous
hating on
because
this,
she
that,
has
and
a
the
crush
other.
on Dina,
And it's
who
just
is
like,
the
you know, it's
only reason why she's here at the
stress-free.
dance.
So I did just talk over that. Do let me know if you want me to not do that. Because these are like, you know, developer commentaries that tells you basically what the level was and why it didn't get in. So this level is like a little party at Jackson. It's a little bit of fun, but it's mostly just to sort of like give you an idea of... The way they explain it is that like the gameplay was meant to be sort of given a tutorial.
Something we really wanted to do was highlight the way their lives had turned upside down since she went down this path. We had this idea of recontextualizing all of our usual gameplay mechanics that were designed for really violent ends. The workbench, door bashes, throwable weapons, and even the infected, which is my personal favorite. Peppered throughout the level are moments of levity or shared history, all the while seeing how happy and mundane they all were before her huge revenge odyssey.
I think Insomniac is... if I had to pick a studio right now, I would probably put it between Sony Santa Monica and Insomniac. I think the thing about The Last of Us for me is that I've always found it to be a bit of a... like a great game, but sometimes it feels like it wishes it wasn't a game in a way. Like you can tell with the show and stuff that they really want this to be like a cinematic experience, sometimes more than it is like a game, because the story is what people come for, and that's completely fine. And I think there's a lot of people that do hold Naughty Dog to be the Sony's best first-party studio, but like I think there's also a good argument that they're not, and that's perfectly fine too. If you do think they're the best, power to you. There's a very good argument for it. To me, I would say Insomniac, just because of their consistency in their output, in how many sort of things they bring out. And I know it's always quality over quantity, but the quality is pretty good too. I'm interested to see what Bungie does as a first-party Sony studio as well. Marathon looks exciting, and I want to see what else they're bringing out.
It is not a festival without one of these throwing games. This one, of course, uses our throwable system, where you're often chucking explosive things or stunning things, but for a more wholesome purpose, although some people take this game really seriously. A fun aspect of this is if you did well, you could win a toy here. Ellie would place it in her pocket.
Yeah, the thing about the Lost levels as well is that you get to do some activities like this.
When we cut this, the toy made it through anyway because it was so cute. It is the same one you see on the tracker.
I get to throw 3 of them.
Ollie the elephant.
Hey, yeah! So you get to throw these, and then, like, this one is the one with the most interaction, I think.
The makeup artist is pretty simple. It's one of those little in-game scenes we peppered in to make it feel like...
And you can tell it's early access because, like, facial animations aren't quite finished, even though you can walk around, and it sort of looks like it almost fits in the game. But I think it's quite brave for a studio to put out, like, early access sections as like, official content. And, like, explain why it didn't make it as well, not just be like, oh, here's an early access preview. You get to play through the Jackson Party and when the game's completely unfinished. It's like, no, here's an unfinished level that we didn't put in. And it shows you that sort of like movies in a way, games, you know, have this element where they will leave stuff on the cutting room floor. Not every idea is put in, even though it might physically be able to be put in.
A stark reminder of how dark the world that they live in really, really is. To attract attention and curiosity, one of the kids was supposed to make this adorable, messed up little clicker impression, and the others would giggle. We tried a version where if you got close enough, the kid might try and follow you a little before turning back.
The game.
Since
what do you mean by that?
And move by echolocation. For this game of
they finished it if they released the game.
And listen for when the
they did release the game.
Away.
It's this.
The thought was that
the
these kids
part 2
are
re-released. This is the re-release. But no, I think it's more about pacing. It's more about a narrative choice than it is about could it have been done. Because yes, it could have been done.
To the front of the game where the snowball fight is as a tutorial.
But it's more about does this pad out the narrative, because
really teach
this is, as they explain, I'm probably doing a bad job talking over it.
And they instead made the snowball fight, which was, I think, way more effective. For me, it's character illuminating that not only does Ellie know this game, she plays along. There's a familiarity with the kids that's really nice to see, especially because it's such a difference from the Ellie we see later, who has a sort of hollow normalcy that she's trying to get with JJ, but kind of fails.
Who is that? Sometimes Oda posts unfinished panels. Is that a One Piece guy? You gotta love a One Piece, my guy. More power to you. Oh, I'm pretending to be a clicker now. This is messed up. Like, I'm kind of glad they cut this, because even in a world where, like, you know, obviously the kids still have to have fun, would you really pretend to be, like, the most horrible monster that could ever exist? Because it's not like when, like, you know, oh, if I pretend to be a zombie, oh, I'm going to get your kids, or I'm pretending to be a big Incredible Hulk monster, because those don't exist in our world. Clickers are real in this world. Why would you pretend to be one? Especially in a community where probably plenty of people have died to them. Yeah, this is sort of like the lost levels are pretty much this. We'll how long have we got? 5 minutes? Let's make that 10. Have we done all of the little museum stoppers? I don't think so. I think there's one more, and I think it's over here. Because we can get crunk at the party!
We use our workbench a lot to make a lot of things that kill and maim and hurt people. Here, we had the silly idea of
Bourbon,
using
beer,
the
or
same
tequila,
feat,
guys. Bourbon,
harking
beer, or
back to the
bourbon,
same
beer, or
animations,
tequila.
using
A
the
shot of
exact
beer.
same UI to instead fix a drink. Like the workbench, you could pick your base, and then you could add something to
I
it.
feel like
And
tequila,
at the time, we had some different
probably Ellie's
reactions
drink.
from Ellie based
But
on
she'll
how
have like a
strong you
beer.
chose to make the drink.
so, you know, seem cool
Something we wanted to
in front
prototype
of like
though,
Dina.
before it got cut was picking
let
up
Dan a
some
beer.
ingredients around to add, like a lime
You know?
or maybe a bottle of someone's favorite whiskey or salt. Like you were earning upgrades. We also toyed with having Ellie carry around the drink you made and occasionally sip it, psyching herself
When it's
up to
minus
talk to
2
Dina
degrees,
inside
it's
to change
always a
weapons.
tequila. I
We
mean,
got
to
too
be
niggly, though,
honest,
'cause she would need to keep placing it somewhere
my
before she
surroundings
did
look
anything.
like
So
this
it would've
right
ended
now.
up more
Not with the
trouble
light.
than
I mean,
it's
with the lights actually, yes, because the lights are right behind me. But everything else is pretty. Give Marie a hug. She looks a bit glassy-eyed because she's not finished. Oh, there's Tommy. Hello, Tommy. You also don't have any facial reaction. And there we go. And that's the party. We'll do one more. We've got time for time for one more 4-1, or we can take a quick glance at both. I think we'll take a quick glance at both because I don't think there's any reason for us to go through all of it. Because you might want to pick up the game for yourself, you might want to play through it for yourself, but it's worth giving you a look at stuff you get.
Get off of me!
I didn't think we'd have to play through this bit again. The sewers is the one I've not really looked at before. I think we might... I don't know whether we should do the last one because it's proper end game spoiler stuff. So... I'm wondering... We've got limited time. Hip, 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 hip. I could swim this, Ellie, come on. This is definitely more action-oriented. Okay, we're up. We'll run through these.
Fuck Seattle.
Yeah.
This
Sorry,
level,
anyone who's from
formerly known
Seattle.
as Fine Nora,
hell am
was
I?
quite long in duration as we had to make Ellie traverse a far distance to the opposite side of downtown Seattle. The sewer section was originally longer than what we released the game with, approximately 10 minutes more. This
Ghost
was
of
one of the
Tsushima
few
would
areas in the
be
game that
very
used
good on
water flow as
PC.
part of a traversal puzzle. The player has to go upstream to use the current to get to the platform to reach
Ghost
the
of
shop.
Tsushima...
The
I've
rest
not
of the
actually...
game-wide.
Oh,
However,
Infamous
it
would be
remained in
incredible on
essence in the
PC.
section swimming to the
Ghost of
aquarium
Tsushima is
reserve.
another one of those exclusives that I've not yet really got to play, but because of PlayStation Plus, I'm going to give it a go, I think, pretty soon. And so, yeah, I think Ghost of Tsushima would make for a great PC. I imagine this will come to PC
When
pretty
players reach
sharpish.
the doorway and enter into the room, they're faced with a dead end. The real reason for this dead-end room is that on the reversal, when exiting back out of the doorway, players are faced with a route onwards. A pipe that they'd not been able to see when they were swept past it on the way in, and something that was hidden from view when on the side platforms. The intention
think it
here
was
is that
entirely
the
hidden
only
from view. I
option
think
is
you
to
could just
go
look
off
to the
standard
right.
path in order to search for a way out. Throughout the rest of the level, we also used light to indicate to the player that they were heading in the right direction. At each turn, however, we blocked the direct route forward. Players would know that they just have to keep finding alternative paths, promoting those feelings of being desperate and trapped. We slowly introduced the player to consider climbing into smaller pipes and crouching in these tight spaces. This is to slowly
Up and
build up
out.
to and encourage
Just
the
keep
player
going
to
up and
climb
out.
into such a small pipe that they'd have to be crawling on their stomach. which is something that the player previously may not have recognised as a playable space, let alone the desired route they need to take. We added a tiny space just to reward the player's exploration with a pickup item, and we made sure it was something that made sense that you'd find in this area. A canister and all the garbage that had been washed into the sewers from the surface.
I don't really want to go down there, to be honest. If it's just for a canister as well, but actually, why would I go down there? This isn't the main
Ellie
game.
prone through a tiny, dirty pipe in order to get out, as it was a great opportunity to use our
Shit,
prone
Ellie.
mechanic. The unique camera setup was created to support crawling in these pipes, as the standard prone camera is much higher above the player. We also created custom collision in order for Ellie to manoeuvre in these tight spaces easily. Initially, the oblong collision capsule around her character caused
Seems like there was a
issues
lot of
falling
work done on
around
this one in
corners.
particular.
We put
so-
extra effort into the
why
custom
it
corner
was
collision,
cut
so the
through.
movement experience is in order for the player to feel cramped, claustrophobic and desperate, we'd been enforcing the traversal mechanics that allow for a tight environment which promote these feelings. We introduced the use of the squeeze through so that we can keep the player feeling enclosed and tight, but without repeating the same geometry. Here we change from low ceilings with wider walls to high ceilings and tight walls to change up the spatial
Shit,
pacing
is
and
that-
keep the level from repeating itself. Originally, we had the waterline much higher here, so players had to swim through this tight tunnel. However, from watching user test feedback, it was occasionally causing people to discount the route entirely and turn back on themselves. So to avoid any risk of this happening in the final game, we present a lower water level so the tunnel is easy to see and commit to using. Although this isn't as impactful without the prone swim, it's the better decision as it means a smoother experience for the player with no backtracking frustration. As we surface from the water and over the crest of the slope, we reveal what is further in this tunnel. A clicker that has sprouted and the fungus has grown on the sides of the pipe. It was
gonna
great
have
to
to
see
fight a clicker
people
in
who
the
user
last level.
tested this area becoming increasingly worried as we forced the player to squeeze past the fungus and inches away from the clicker's face, all the time not being sure whether the clicker might be alive or attack them. Although we aren't as cruel as to force a clicker attack in such close proximity, we do have a payoff for this moment. This clicker momentarily turned into Joel to show Ellie's PTSD from what happened to Joel at the start of the game. Ultimately, we decided to save this moment for the farm level, as it was more impactful there because it could become the centrepiece of that experience. Whereas in the sewers, we weren't able to make it as much of a narrative point and give it the breathing room and reaction time that it deserves, given the tight space.
Oh, shit!
For the final section, we eventually opened you out into a wider area as you traverse through such tight spaces leading up to this. So changing the environmental pacing makes it begin to feel like we're coming to the end of Ellie's ordeal. An earlier iteration used the current that we'd shown at the start.
Because this
to
is just
slightly
that. This is
tilt
just. I
the
realise
dust
I've just been
to
quiet for
complete
like
the
ages. I'm sorry. I've just been listening to the actual
but the player was faced with fast flowing torrents of water they couldn't cross.
commentary
The
on
player
this,
attempted using this pipe was retained in the iteration.
and I've just cut
shipped
through that one.
as it's the last
Sorry,
of the
Pete.
extreme methods Ellie has to undergo in order
This
to
is the
escape
bit that
sewers,
actually is in the game.
and what she will
Obviously,
go
this is the
through
bit
on her
where
pursuit of
from
revenge.
here you just pop out into that open bit, and then you just come out of the sewers. I'm honestly, incredibly selfishly, but very glad that they did just cut it, because
The last
doing
ladder
all
climb
that
was quite
sewers
lengthy,
bit
and although we could have trimmed it
would have
down to
felt a
shorter
bit
time, we liked
much.
how this
Like
last segment
your
of the
journey
built
at that point in the
anticipation
game is already
for whether
being
there was success
waylaid
at the top or
enough.
not
It feels
after all
like
you've been through.
when you just want to
Ultimately, the
push
ladder
through to the
exits
next
out into
bit.
the subway
It
station,
feels a
which is
bit.
how it connects in the final game.
This would feel a
Ellie
bit
then
much,
has
I
to
think.
find her way to the hospital from here, crossing paths with the scars for the first time.
I guess this is it. After this, we're going to stop because the next lost level is right at the end of the game, from right at the very, very end of the game. And even though I know most of you probably have played it already, there's probably going to be some spoilers in there. And you never know, we might come back to it in another one. Give it a separate video with a spoiler warning. But yeah, I believe with that done, I'm going to wrap up. Thank you all so much for joining me on the stream. Thank you all so much for watching, if you've been watching the pre-recorded gameplay. I've been Alex. I'm sure I'll be on the GR Live again, bothering you very soon. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Thanks again.